What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Football Manager 2019 here in the beta with Newcastle United. I've come back in a little early. I'm about to play a game against Leicester. I'm not going to show you that game, but I definitely wanted to show you this. Consortium Plans Newcastle Takeover. No real details about anything here, about what the money would be, who it is, but we may be having new owners before January happens. Of course, this could go in true Football Manager and honestly true Newcastle United fashion and just not happen. It could just disappear. There's no conclusion. It means nothing. But I felt like I should kind of let you in on this one, see what's going on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there's a lot of money heading our way and we can continue to improve the squad. If it comes up and it's just some middle of the road, let's take all the money away beast, I'll be quite disappointed. But anyway, I just wanted to drag your attention there with that one. Yeah, I'll see you when I actually meant to start, which was for the Luton game in the Carabao, as I found out after I called the Capital One Cup last episode. Carabao Cup game. We'll see you then. Just thought you might want to pop in for a worldie from John Joe Shelby. Yeah, quite happy about that, as you were. Just another casual worldie, this time it's Longstaff again. My coaches think he's good enough for League One. I'm quite pleased with him. Yep, unlucky Casper, unlucky. Alright, back to where this episode was actually going to start. On League Cup third round day here against Luton, but before we do that, let's quickly check in and see what happened. We played 2 games, the 4-0 win over Leicester. It was very comfortable. We saw a couple goals from that one. Then a quite entertaining 2-2 draw with Watford. We definitely didn't play at our best. We were kind of undone by Mr. Troy Deeney here, getting us late 83rd minute. Benedetto got his first league goal, which I'm very happy about. Kennedy scoring the other one. First half we were terrible. Definitely picked up in the second, just couldn't hold on for the win. But we remain unbeaten and sit 4th in the Premier League. So let's jump on in, get ready for Luton. We're going to make plenty of changes again. I'm going to take out Benedetto, give Muto here a game. See if he can do something. I'm going to take out Richie. He kind of picked up a knock in the last game as well for a little bit. I'm going to save him. Get Diami in there. I'll start Hayden again. I'll leave Manquillo there. I'm going to play Fernando. He's been complaining about me not playing him and not caring about him, the person. So I'll give him that. Do I want to bring out Shelby? I probably should. I just don't really have anyone that I want to put in there. I could play Longstaff instead. I think Shelby's more important than Longstaff, so I probably will do that. Diami player there. I may as well leave it like this. Yeah, let's go with this. A few changes again. I want to make sure we win. I'm just going to play Darlow. Why not? Give Carl Darlow a game. He's not a bad keeper. There we go. Okay, we'll go with this team. A few changes. Still should be more than good enough to win the game. I'm still not done. Let's get the cells out. Okay, now we're ready. I'm going to submit before I decide to do anything else that's stupid. Left Kennedy in there. He's been playing well lately. Keep his run going. Get some quality left in the side. Again, this should be a very routine victory. And I don't expect any trouble. Famous last words. Oh, but I want to click. There we go. Alright, let's get on with it. This highlight's gone on quite a little bit longer here at the start as Kennedy piles down the left. There's the free kick, and that's a false dawn on a nice opening highlight. Although, here's the free kick. Longstaff to take. What's he going to do with it? He swings it in, headed, bounces around, and is a free kick to Luton. Don't really know why I had to see that. And of course, I leave Kennedy in, and he gets injured pretty much straight away as Shar hits the post with a header. I think I should probably replace Kennedy, if I'm being honest, so I'll bring on Matt Ritchie. Trade positions with him and Pavon. Longstaff with the free kick. It's saved. It looked like the back of the net rippled, but it clearly didn't. Let's see if we can get these guys to jump in at them a little more. Excited about the takeover. I have been looking at a couple players here and there to see what we can do to improve the squad. Mostly young players, guys that will jump in the future. But if by some miracle we get a good chunk of money here, I can really start to boost the squad. As Yedlin plays one in, Diami's there, he hits it, saved, and Matt Ritchie turns it in on the follow-up. And we finally, after 31 minutes, take the lead against League One Luton Town. Matt Ritchie has been an absolute revelation this year. He just scores so much. He's only had one bad game, and it was that Watford game. Other than that, he's been outstanding. This one comes in. Diami has a decent effort, but Ritchie just beats everyone to it. And there it is. Is that Marek Stack, the ex-Chelsea? I'll never know because it went away. I think it might be. He was a guy. No, because that player was a centre back. So no, unless he had a quite drastic position change halfway through his career. So we come forward now with Pavon down the left. He cuts in quite well, finds Longstaff. So you're gonna hit one. He might. He knows how to score worldies. You know that. He swings it in instead to Pavon at the back post, who heads it into the side netting from a tight angle. Let's see where this one goes. Longstaff on the ball now, and he does that. Again, according to my coaches, this is technically his levels. Who should be excelling in this one? Pavon bursts forward now down the left. I need him to have a good game to settle his confidence as well. Kind of hoping that Benedetto breaking his league duck means he's going to kick on now as a player. It was a decent strike as well in the Watford game, but haven't seen much from Pavon yet. He's not been getting the team because of this man. Matt Ritchie is bursting forward. He might hit one. No, he goes back to Diami instead. Finds Longstaff. He might hit one instead. Goes wide to Dummett. Nice patient play. I like this. Dummett finds Pavon in the middle. Scores it to Muto, and the Japanese international doubles the lead. I've been tempted to throw him in a couple times when Benedetto's been struggling. And he's only proving now that he is more than capable of having that impact if needed. Albeit here against Luton, as Dummett plays it in. Pavon was onside, he just squares it in, and Muto easily drops it past the defender who wasn't really paying attention, and the goalkeeper who was on the other side of the net. 2-0 as we approach half time. Another highlight right on the stroke of added time. Let's see where this one falls. Hopefully we don't do anything dumb and concede. Actually, my prediction in episode 1 about us as having to outscore the opposition hasn't really come to fruition because we've only conceded 3 times this season. No, 4. 4 times this season. That was only in 2 games. I remember our opening 3-2 win over Bournemouth and then that 2-2 against Watford. Other than that, we've kept clean sheets in every other game. Our defence has actually been outstanding, which surprises me. Longstaff's come forward. This is his position, but instead he decides to give it back to Luton and let them play with the ball for a little bit. What a nice guy. He bursts forward with Lee, cuts in. He might hit one from range here, and it's not even close, thankfully. He saw his name in the Thursday morning papers for that one. Keep an eye on some of the scores here. Manchester United have gone down to Leicester. Johnny Evans getting that goal. Chelsea are destroying Southampton, and Derby lead Arsenal. So if some of these results stand, the next round could be a little bit easier than you might have thought. Since at the moment, United and Arsenal are both on their way out of the competition, which would definitely make things more comfortable for us down the road. Man City got through against Tottenham on penalties on the games that were played the night before. So they're definitely, and they still haven't lost in the league, haven't dropped points in the league. They beat Chelsea by a 1-0 at the weekend, so they were running away with it in the early stages. As we look to run away with this game, as Muto goes back to Longstaff and Diami now in the middle. Support isn't really coming to anything right now. Diami just runs forward himself. They're backing off. Finds Muto. He might find Longstaff here. He's going to hit one. I'd imagine he does. And this man, he knows how to score goals. I'm not even overly impressed by it, and it's not his fault. He's just scored too many good goals. This is the 3rd best goal he scored this season, and I'd say it was still pretty damn good. Muto finds him, he gets right up there on the edge and just smashes one in the bottom corner. Lovely finish. His 4th goal of the season. He's been a valuable asset so far, and we take a 3-0 lead. We time to make a couple changes soon, probably, just to settle us down. Longstaff probably being one of them, to be honest. I'm going to make that one now. Might bring key on is leave Hayden in the game, let Shelby be rested. I don't really have a left back. I'll bring my Keogh in a left back to give Dummett a break because Yedlin isn't really my starter anyway. And we'll go with that. We're in a pretty good position. That's all 3 subs. I actually forgot that I'd had to bring bring Richie on earlier for Kennedy, so that's not ideal, but we shouldn't have any need for more substitutions as this game goes on, as we look to see out the last 8 minutes or so. Quite comfortably, a highlight does happen. Mr. Lualua. Side netting. It's a lovely run. A couple terrible attempts at tackles. Arsenal have the lead now against Derby. They've come back. I haven't checked the Manchester United score, see if they're still behind us. Luton almost get a goal there. Kind of bounced around kindly for them. Manchester United down again. Johnny Evans scores twice in that game. Looks like United could be on their way out of the cup and Leicester heading through. Leicester, the team, of course, that we beat 4-0 only a couple of weeks ago. And there's full time in our game. Muto was apparently on form. He did score as the man of the match. I have no idea. Good win, lads. We'll take it. So a nice route through in the cup there. Now to check when the draw was. If the draw comes in before the league game, we'll show you that. Kennedy's injury just 1 to 2 days. Thankfully, he will be back for the Burnley game in 5 days' time. So I'll see you either for the draw or for the Burnley game. I think the draw will be before that, though. Alright, we have League Cup 4th round draw action really quick to put in here. Let's see who is still in the competition. Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, Liverpool. Some nice ties in there still, though. To be honest, Millwall, Preston, Walsall, any of those would be quite magical. I'd be very pleased. Let's see, Chelsea get Manchester City, so a big gun will be leaving in this round. Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Fulham will play Leicester, Arsenal don't want this, Preston, Huddersfield against Millwall, Burnley will play Newcastle. So we take on our upcoming league opponent away from home in the 4th round of the cup, which means Walsall will play Bournemouth and Watford will play Swansea, just to wrap it up. So there we go. We will travel to Turf Moor to play Burnley on Halloween. Hopefully it's not a scary result for us on that day. Alright, it's time to jump into some Monday night football action against Burnley. First, we need to make a lot of very careful changes to the squad to make sure things are back the way they are supposed to be. Keep Longstaff in. He's playing too well to drop. I can't take him out. Hayden, let me get Sal's back in. Let me get Kieran Clark back in. That looks right to me. We're going back to what I consider our full strength team right here. Let's go ahead, jump into it, get this show on the road, get back to winning ways in the league to keep our pace with the teams above us. We are, of course, massively overperforming, but we haven't played a single team that you'd probably consider your traditional top 6, top 7, so that probably explains a lot. We need to make the most of times like this, games like this, when we are playing the supposed weaker sides in the competition. Get our points, make sure we end up in a good spot come the end of the season. As a very early highlight comes in here, Dummett with a throw-in for us, deep in Burnley territory. Hayden gives it back to him. Dummett finds Isaac Hayden again. Here's Longstaff. Is he going to please us some more? No, here's Dummett, plays it in. It's cleared away by Ward. Dummett, first time back in. Lovely ball, and Matt Ritchie heads it over the bar. Good early pressure. Here we go, Matt Ritchie, free kick, swings it in. Longstaff over the bar. Another good opportunity there to take the lead, but we are definitely in pretty full control of this game, at least up until this point. Try and get them to push on, press home this advantage. We're not really doing anything though. It's been pretty dull. We do need to start trying to make something of the chances we've got as we kind of stroll towards halftime. Ashley Barnes has gone off injured for that. That's probably a pretty big loss. We hit halftime of probably the dullest half of football so far on this game, which is kind of nice to see. I mean, it's been exciting up till now. Get the lads ready to go out there, hopefully do a little bit more here in the second half, get us the win, like I say, that we really need to be getting, especially at home against a team like this. Right, gonna make a couple big calls here because your front men aren't doing anything. Benedetto's coming off. Muto's gonna replace him. I'm gonna bring on Pavon for Kennedy as well, and just see if these guys can help us do anything a little better. Let me try and G them up a little bit, as it's Burnley that are on the ball, looking to make a first push forward of the game themselves. Dummett deals with that one quite well, but it's coming back to us. Here's Lennon on the right for Burnley. He comes forward. Plenty of time. It's kind of blocked. Longstaff gets there. Finds Muto kind of isolated up front. This might just be a running kick. No, he goes back to Ritchie. I'm glad he didn't just rush through that one. He did well to get us in a bit of control here. Shelvey, he's looking probably for Longstaff. He finds him. Pavon down the left and overlaps coming from Dummett. He finds him. Dummett down the left now. Swings the ball in. Muto is there, and that is why I brought him on. He gets his first Premier League goal, definitely staking his claim for a starting spot now. And we finally do take the lead. Can I cancel the shout? No, it's going to happen anyway. Paul Dummett is here, swings the ball in quite nicely, and Muto just glanced that one into the near post. Goalkeeper would probably be a little disappointed in himself, if I'm being honest. But it came at him pretty quickly. And now another highlight comes up. Hopefully we can put this game away here as Pavon dances past one. He finds Dummett out left again. He's been dangerous today. Dummett swings it in. It's missed on the header. It falls to Ritchie, who hits one. It's saved by Joe Hart and cleared away for a throw-in. Gonna make the final change here. I think, I'm not entirely sure who. Yeah, I think I might just bring off Shelvey. Throw Diame on there. Get some fresh legs in the middle of the park to see us through. 10 minutes to go to highlight. Dubravka sends it out to Lascelles. Let's hope this is for us and we just get something decent out of it. You're never comfortable at one goal, no matter how much you've dominated the game. Here's Dummett down the left yet again. Big two-footed tackle, and I think Mr. Lowton is heading off. If Roger East has eyes, at least, that'll be what happens. And he does a straight red for Lowton. He dived right in on Dummett there. I'm not surprised because Dummett's run him absolutely ragged for this entire game. He really has been fantastic. Let's just have the guys settle in for the final three. Some slow, nothing really happening. What is happening? One of these text highlights. 25 seconds ago, this should be game over. Muto finds Dummett down the left. He's going to dance one more time. No, instead he switches one right to Manquillo. I've been butchering his name this entire series as well. I'm more than aware. Ritchie finds him, just kill the clock. It says 1-0. It's felt a lot more comfortable than that. I'd say it's been a good 1-0. And there is the end of the game then. Back to winning ways. Look at that. Burnley barely had a sniff. We absolutely tore them apart. Paul Dummett man of the match, and absolutely no surprise because he was outstanding by the looks of it. And that result brings us third in the Premier League when all is said and done. Even games played all around. It couldn't really have wished for a better start. And that is where we'll end today. Breathe. This has been quite the start to the series. Again, still thoroughly enjoying 19. Just getting all these new features to show themselves. Really is a fantastic achievement by the guys at Football Manager and SI. They've really earned every bit of praise this game has been getting so far. Anyway, like I say, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you did, hit like. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe. It means an absolute ton when things like that happen. And hopefully I will see you guys for the next one.